phenomenon all too well. We're in that crunchy snow period, Damon. I don't care for it.
It's
don't
tough.
care for walking on it.
No, especially when you got to go out and like grab the mail or something like that. You're always running into those piles that are left out there.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to run out barefoot or anything. I mean, you've got to prepare just for a simple errand like that. We're looking ahead. We've got more coming.
Yeah, and even though it's not supposed to be as much as Monday, it's still going to be impactful. So yeah, we're keeping an eye on that very closely as we head into the overnight hours. Right now, though, it's still quiet. Check it out. The clouds have rolled back in as that storm system does approach. So the sunshine we've had the last day or so, we're not going to get as much of that now as we get into the afternoon hours. But at the very least, it will stay quiet. And for once, these temperatures in the 20s and 30s don't feel as cold. And the big time difference for that is because the wind has finally died down. So it is in the upper 20s to low 30s. DC, one mark at 32, but there is no wind chill factor. So that has been one benefit, at least, of this incoming storm system. It brought those winds back down for a little bit of time. Now here we have the cloud cover. It is increasing across the entire DMV. Right now, this cloud deck is still thin enough that we're getting a little bit of sunshine through those clouds, but it will start to turn completely overcast as we get later in the afternoon, and soon to follow that, the snow will begin to fall in certain parts of the DMV early in the evening, for others more so toward midnight. Right now, that snowfall is still all the way back into Kentucky, over toward Indianapolis, Columbus, Ohio. It still has several hundred miles to go before it makes it to the DMV. But by tonight, everybody will be seeing those flakes coming down. Now, the timeline with this has bumped up just a little bit. Here we are at 3 p.m. Nothing happening as of yet. So if you have those errands to go out and run, maybe you're trying to catch a quick early Friday evening dinner, you'll be fine as long as we get past the 7-8 o'clock hour. But then by that point, 7 o'clock here, the snow starts to arrive across the mountains of western Maryland, West Virginia. Everybody else is still quiet for a few more hours, but then by 10 p.m., we're going to see that light snow spread out across the rest of the viewing area. It has some dry air that it will fight against, so it may not start falling in full force right at 10 o'clock, but for the most part, that's when things will start to turn snowy. And as we progress later in the night, we will see more of that light, steady snowfall continuing. Now, notice how the darker blues are concentrated to the south, closer to the center of that storm. So down toward the Fredericksburg area, southern Maryland, you're going to see some of the slightly steadier snowfall, while the rest of us only see those very light flakes. And here's where that timeline has changed a little bit as well. This is getting out of here pretty quick, folks. It's not sticking around until lunchtime on Saturday. It's actually going to be kicking out of here by 7-8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And from there, outside of the mountains, where some snow showers will continue, everybody else will see that sunshine returning by lunchtime on Saturday, and we'll be done with this snowfall. So yes, this is not going to be anywhere close to the amounts that we saw back on Monday. For the most part, we are going to see 1 to 2 inches across the heart of the DMV, including DC, only a trace to an inch the more north you go, up toward Frederick, Hagerstown, Martinsburg. Now, there it is, down to the south in this dark blue across St. Mary's, southern Calvert counties, for example. That's where we could end up with closer to 2, 3, perhaps even 4 inches, but that'll be more than enough, no doubt, to cause some headaches. And for folks across the DMV that still haven't cleared that snow and ice from earlier in the week, that's where we want to be cautious, especially if some of that snow and ice sticks to the roadways still. So DMV first warn in place tomorrow morning as we deal with this bit of light snow, but from there, temperatures actually start going up, and we will be a lot quieter for the end of the weekend.